Welcome to our few moments together on the Parsha. This Shabbos we have the privilege of reading Parshas Ekev, which has in it the second paragraph of Shema, V'hoya im Shamoa. Towards the end of the paragraph of V'hoya im Shamoa, the pasuk says, V'limadatem osam es benechem, you should teach these words to your children, l'daber bam, to speak about them, v'shivtecha v'veisecha, when you're sitting in the house, uvelechlecha v'derech, and even when you're going on the way. The Chassam Sofer points out that one of the things we want to accomplish when we pass the Torah on to the next generation is that it should not only be held true and that the Torah should be learned, v'shivtecha v'veisecha, when you are sitting in the house, meaning when you are in this world or when you are at home with your family, but even uvelechlecha v'derech, when you are going on the way. The negative connotation, of course, is when you've gone away and you're no longer around. And it also means when the children are going away. When we go away from the home, when we go away from the Beis Medrash, when we go away from the shul on a constant basis, we're supposed to be able to teach the Torah and learn the Torah. And when we learn it, we pass it on. But in order to be able to pass it on, we ourselves have to inculcate within ourselves the constant study of the Torah. And the best time to do that, says the poskim, and it's brought down in Yoreh De'ah in Siman Reish Mem Vav, that the ikar, as the Ramah says, of a person's learning is usually done at night. Now, we've just celebrated the Yom Tov, minor Yom Tov though it is, although according to the Gemara in Tainus, when we speak about Tu B'Av, it's not minor at all. As the Gemara says, it's based on a Mishnah that's brought down at the end of Tainus, Lo haya Yomim Tovim LiYisrael K'mo Tu B'Av. There were very, very few Yomim Tovim as great as Tu B'Av. We think about Tu B'Av as being a day where Shidduchim are made, but it goes way beyond that, because the Gemara in Bava Basra says that when is it that a person is supposed to start learning at night? A little bit more. How much more? 1 minute more on Tu B'Av, because from Tu B'Av and on, the nights get longer, and so there's an extra minute. 1 day more, 1 minute more each day with which we can learn Torah. And the Gemara in Bava Basra, in Perek Yesh Nochalim, says that if a person adds on that little bit each day, they are guaranteed that they will grow in the Torah and that the Torah will become part of them. And God forbid if we don't, we're just wasting our time. So therefore, when we add 1 minute a day, let's add on. What a great idea. 1 minute each day. We're going to learn only 1 minute more. Do you have any idea what the cumulative effect of this be? For instance, let's say we had 100 people amongst our chevra that would add on the study of 1 extra minute each day. That's 100 minutes more of Torah added on just by our small little group each day, and that's 700 minutes a week. And then it becomes 7,000 and 70,000 and 700 and 7 million and 7 billion, and it goes on and on and on. So when it says V'limadatem osam es benechem, it means if we want to teach it over and pass it on to the next generation, if we want to give it over to our neighbors, to our friends, to ourselves, if we want to share the Torah, if we add just 1 minute each day, beginning now at this beautiful time of the year for Klal Yisrael, when the nights get a little longer and we can indulge ourselves with 1 minute more of Torah, how great it would be for all of Klal Yisrael, not only for our individual families, but for all of us together. I have a little story to tell you. My son, as you know, is a photographer here in Eretz Yisrael. See, he was called from America. Someone called him that they were coming to Eretz Yisrael to make a bar mitzvah at the Kotel. And when he videoed the bar mitzvah at the Kotel, when they came to the davening, and in the davening we came to Shema, they asked the father if he'd like to lead the Shema. He said, I can't read. I can't do it. I don't know how to say the Shema. I don't know even the first sentence. Why don't you ask my son? He went to school where I gave him a Jewish education, and the son, the bar mitzvah boy, had no problem reading and saying the psukim in the right way because he learned a little bit. The father managed, even though he himself did not learn, to pass it on. Can you imagine if we learn a little bit and we pass it on to the next generation? That's a tremendous kiyum, and the Jewish people continue to get stronger and stronger and go on. We should think about that when we add on this 1 minute extra a day for V'limadatem osam es b'nechem, and you should teach them to your children b'shivtecha b'veisecha, when you're in your home, v'velech lecha v'derech, and when you're going on the way. L'man yirbu yemechem v'imei b'nechem, so that your days and the days of your children will be lengthened to be on the land which Hashem has promised l'seis lahem kimei hashemayim al ha'aretz. What a great promise, and what a great idea to carry with us on this beautiful parsha of Parshas Ekev. I want to take this opportunity to wish you a beautiful Shabbat Shalom U'Mevarach. I'm standing here in front of a children's playground, actually, in an area that's a little bit of a promenade between some buildings in the Jewish community of Arnona, which is one of the newer communities, or I shouldn't say brand new, but relatively new communities here in Yerushalayim, Eir HaKodesh, where I'm currently taking up residence until we come back from Yetz Hashem, of course, for the Yom Noraim. But if you have an opportunity to join together with us and Kimei Hashemayim Ha'aretz, to give us back and to become part of this beautiful dream. I want to wish everyone Shabbat Shalom U'Mevorach from Yerushalayim, Eir HaKodesh.